Welcome everybody to the Game Week 2's Premier League predictions, neutral perspectives, and no bias, this guy's making biased predictions. This is Game Week 2's predictions. Plus, we're doing the talking points of last week's Game Week points, the three topics, so this will happen once we reach the pivotal point of that team. I'll let you know who. I'll let you know who might be my. He'll be my talking points because these are crucial gaming points. And yes, this is not going to be a West Ham United talking points. Second, after the video of West Ham versus Villa, I have calmed myself down. I'm not angry anymore. I think that after letting everything out of my Hammer TV video to check out the video review, the explosive rant. I won't say explosive, but like a rant. Then to check it out. I'm calm, right? I've calmed down after the video. I have to. Basically, the new rule is that I will be tallying up my points for this week's game. Each game will be tallied up. So basically, how it would work would be having me. So basically, the Premier League table. If you get the outcome right, so say if I said Manchester United versus Brighton win 2-1, and on Saturday 12:30 p.m. kickoff TNT Sports, the Brighton wins 2-1 against Manchester United, I get 3 points. However, if I get the team gonna win, or Brighton won 2-1, but it was actually 1-0, then I get 1 point. So out of the 10 games I have done last week, I have done my tally and I've got 6 points. I'm not disappointed in myself. I think the only game week I got was Arsenal win. Was right 2-0. I predicted the Liverpool to win 1 point. I've got United to win 1 point. Arsenal won 2-0. Newcastle, that's 3 points. So 5, and then Newcastle won 1-0 against Southampton. Okay, so this last round, last round got 6 points. But let's just check how I've done today. Today's game week is from Saturday to Sunday. I will be doing my neutral perspective on certain games this week, and I'll be doing the next week's. Next week I'll be doing 2 games. I'll be doing the West Ham game against Bournemouth and a TV's point of view, and the neutral perspectives point of view. Okay, first off is Manchester United versus Brighton 12:30 kickoff at TNT Sports. I will be doing a review of Manchester United versus Brighton. Brighton won 3-0 against Everton. This is going to be an interesting game to watch. Hasler's first game at the Amex against the Premier League. They did play against Everton in the 3 p.m. kickoff last week. I think Brighton showed a strong performance against Everton. Everton was just really unlucky. Yes, they got the red card from Ashley Young, which was obviously a red card. 2 years equals red. Done the same thing in the Merseyside derby last week, and not last season when Liverpool played against Everton, they got the red card. So it's a red card to give, especially when you're 2-0 down. That gives so much opportunities to the opposition team to attack. Opposition teams to attack, to find your weakness. Because if you have 10 men, then and your team is a small blood. It's like a shark. A shark can smell blood. They hunt for their prey. So that's what Everton did. Brighton exposed them. Brighton gave an amazing performance. It's just something that Heisler would do. And he wants to bring, it looks like he wants to bring Brighton back to the Europa League. Brighton was in the Europa League. Manchester United, I thought Fernandes was bloody selfish in that first half. He could have given opportunities to Rashford. He could have given opportunities to Ahmad. He didn't give that much opportunities. He was very selfish. He kept saying, guys, forget your pass. Forget the pass on the right. Forget the pass on the left. Let me shoot. Let me shoot in the box. So he tried to do that. Second half, United wasn't, they gave the right passes to United. They gave the correct passes to make the team more good. And that's how Xerxes scored. If it wasn't for United's selfishness from first half to second half, then I don't think Xerxes would have scored. So my prediction is 2-1 to Brighton now. So 2-1 to Brighton. Next up is Tottenham Hotspur versus Everton at White Hart Lane. Tottenham Hotspur drew 1-1 against Leicester at the King Power Stadium. Like I said, Everton drew lost 3-0 to Brighton at the Goodison Park Stadium. I think Tottenham, they've got an outstanding team. They've got Oberville, they've got Archie Gray, they've got Richarlison, Son, they've got Solanke, they've got Werner. I just think they're missing someone from the midfield perspective. By the way, thoughts and prayers go to Bentancur. He's had a head injury against Leicester. I think it's going to be a difficult game to watch. I'll be doing that review on Highman TV Neutral's perspective. Spurs versus Everton and Brighton versus Manchester United, by the way. I just think they gave good performances, but then when Vardy scored, they just fell apart. There was an opportunity around 80th minute where Desjardins could have scored. Now really shot outside the box. Poor defending. They can't just rely on their attacking players to go forward. They need to fix something at the back. They got good defenders, but they can't just rely and say, "Okay, guys, we can attack. You guys sit back." That's not how football works. Football works where your defensive team works, your attacking team works. So I think, yes, they do have that unfair advantage from playing Monday Night Football, but to me, that's not an unfair advantage because there are 5 games, every 7 days. I'm going to go for another loss for Everton. I think Spurs won 3-1. Yay. But the thing is that with Spurs, guys, put in the comments here. I don't know why, but when Spurs scores a goal, I don't find it interesting. I don't find their winning mentality interesting. But when Vardy scored that goal against Leicester, that's when the game got interesting for me. Because that's when I said, yes, they can do this. They can do this. They can stop Spurs winning. So, stop. I just don't find this interesting when Spurs score. Spurs fans can celebrate. I just find it boring. My brother was celebrating because he had Porro for the clean sheet. But Vardy saved the day. It's not interesting when Spurs win. It's not. I'm bored. Much of the time I was on my phone. I'm bored when Spurs wins. I'm happy when Spurs loses. Because you know what they say, when their losses are gains. So everyone's happy. Next one is the Man City versus Ipswich. Man City won 2-0 against Chelsea, but Ipswich lost 2-0 to Liverpool. Man City, I think I like the 7 years tactics, but I think with the as like I've seen from the Chelsea game, I think it's the same problem they're having right now. They do struggle when it's counter attacking from the opposition side. If you go back from the FA Cup, Man United bossed that defence. Man United took control with the Garnachos, with the Hoylunds, with the Mainus. But Man City's defence, I think they need to work with something to get a good defense, because they can't just make their defense go weak. They can't. I'm sorry, but you can't just go to a match and rely on the defense. There was a Kovacic handball. I think that was a handball, to be honest. I think it was a handball because for me, that was 2 years ago, Dawson scored a 90th minute goal against Leicester 2-2. And Gary Lineker says this: if the ball goes over your sleeve, that's a handball. If it goes anywhere on your back, on top of your sleeve, that's not handball. So Kovacic did, and plus was his hand close to his body? But yes, I think Maresca was right about the handball. But I think the main important thing about City is that you have someone like Murray Hutchinson, who's been an amazing player for Ipswich Town. He's gonna do something at Etihad, and I'm surprised no one has brought Murray Hutchinson. He's a good player. And they did keep Liverpool silent for 45 minutes until the first goal from Jota. Ipswich is that they keep falling down. They don't know when to rise up. You know what I mean? They put a good performance in the first half, but second half they just fall apart. And you can't do that in football terms where you only rely on 45 minutes. And don't get me wrong, Portman Road last week, that was an amazing experience. But you can't just rely on one half and then sit back. So my prediction, Man City will score 5-0. 5-0 to Man City against Ipswich. Next match is Palace versus West Ham. Oh, for God's sake. Palace lost 2-1 to Brentford. West Ham lost 2-1 to Aston Villa. Let's go. One of the main topics that I wanted to talk about was the Eze's misery. Eze scored from a beautiful, beautiful goal against Brentford. But Brentford won because VAR did not work when Eze scored. Now, according to from Eze's point of view, he asked the referee, ref, why was my goal disallowed? I scored a stunning goal and you disallowed it. Why? Give me an explanation. The referee said, "Oh, sorry, I'm just an idiot. I gave the ball away. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. My mistake. Please forgive me." I hate when referees apologize. It's not because I like referees. I'm not saying that referees in the Premier League don't make mistakes. That was a blatant mistake. You apologize to Ebrite Eze. That is not going to do anything. You're going to get paid for the mistake you made. You're going to get paid for being an idiot. You're going to get paid because thousands and thousands and thousands of Crystal Palace fans went to the stadium, and we paid so much money to travel, so much money for beverage, so much money for ticket, and you say, "Oh, I'm sorry for making a mistake. I'm still gonna get paid again for this match because I'm an idiot." Where is that logic from? If I was Eze, I would shout at him through the rooftops. Because that mistake that the referee made is a disgrace. Is an absolute disgrace. I'm not saying this, because of my FPL. He scored a beautiful goal in the match against Brentford. Got disallowed because referees are amateurs. Your stupidity in games, your hypocrisy, your sarcastic behaviour, I'm so sorry for being an idiot, does not mean anything because you are getting paid. So if the referee apologised to me in a game for making a mistake, I'm not going to forgive you. Because it's your mistake and you're an idiot. You should really get your professional certificate for FA refereeing sorted, because these sort of mistakes that VAR can handle is stupid. It's bloody stupid. West Ham lost 2-1 against Aston Villa. They were just dominant. They just dominated the game. They just put pressure on us. And we just played Moyes ball. They played Emery ball. I want to play Emery ball. I want West Ham to stop playing Moyes ball. If we put the right players like Fulkrug, Todibo, Will Rodriguez, Kante's not playing, Paqueta in the right position, Fulkrug on the right and striker, then we can do something, but I think it's going to be a 1-1 draw. Fulham versus Leicester. Leicester 1-1. I think this is going to be a tight game. Fulham lost 1-0 to Manchester United at Old Trafford, 1-0. I'm not a big fan of their counter-attacking methods. I just think the counter-attacking method is not going to work. They do have the capabilities to play positive football, but they didn't do it on Old Trafford. Old Trafford's a big place, but you can't just do that in football. Leicester drew 1-1 against Spurs. Again, counter-attacking football. They had to rely on Jamie Vardy to score. They need something out of this game, so yeah. My prediction 1-1 to Leicester to draw at Craven Cottage. Next one is the Southampton versus Forest. Now, this is my second point of view. Bravo, Ben Brereton Diaz. Well done, Ben Brereton Diaz. Well done. Round of applause to Ben Brereton Diaz. You know what? I think the whole basically what happened was Fabian Schär head-butted Ben Brereton Diaz. Fabian Schär got a red card because of Ben Brereton Diaz's overreaction. By the way, me clapping was sarcastic. I'm not really proud of that moment. It was smart, but the fact that Southampton didn't capitalise the fact that Newcastle had 10 men was a mistake. I think if I was referee and I saw the Fabian Schär and Ben Brereton Diaz collide and fight and headbutt each other, then both of them should get 10 men. I think it was unfair for if you're giving. Is that saying if you're buying 3 pieces of sweets? Say let's say like a chocolate bar. Say if I'm buying a chocolate bar from Iceland, Tesco, Sainsbury's, and I'm giving to my hypothetical children, and I give 2 chocolate bars to one student, one of my kids, hypothetically, and I will give my least favorite child 1 chocolate bar. It was unfair. VAR ruined it again. That is why VAR is a disgrace. So I just don't like the fact that Brandon Diaz didn't get a red card. And then at halftime, Dan Burns had a fight with the Southampton players. I think that Dan Burns should have got a red card. So it should have been 9 versus 9 for me. So I don't get why they do that. So my prediction for Southampton's got Forest. Forest drew 1-1 against Bournemouth. I think against this capitalisation, I think they didn't capitalise enough. I think that it is going to be a tough game for them. I think. Plus, Danilo injury, he fractured his leg, so that's going to be a tough for us. For Nunes Santos Esposito. I just think that dirty tactics would fail against Forest, and I think Esposito Santos need to think about Ben Burton Diaz's dirty tactics. I don't think it's going to be working. I think it's going to be malfunction in Ben Burton Diaz's dirty tactics. So that's why my prediction is Forest 1, Southampton 0. The biggest game of the week is Aston Villa versus Arsenal. Aston Villa won 2-1 against West Ham. Arsenal won 2-0 against Wolves. Now, the whole Jesus and Totti, I think it was Totti, Martinelli, the whole choking Jesus, the Havertz, yeah, it was Havertz, Totti and Havertz. I think Totti should have got red carded for shackling Havertz. But then the one where Totti touched Havertz's butt was funny. It got serious and got funny. Villa plays attractive football. This is where they want to play. This is what they want. This is what they need. This is what they're going to bring to football. They need to make people think that, oh, you know what, last week's match against West Ham and last season's Champions League spot was not a fluke. And that's the power they can bring. Ryan's a disgrace for doing the Hammers sign. I'm not going to lie. I still call him a disgrace. But they did play attractive football, and this is what Villa wants, attractive football. They haven't got a good manager since Martin O'Neill. Martin O'Neill's been an amazing manager for Aston Villa. Arsenal, again, Emery versus Pep. 2 Arsenal boss managers. It's going to be an interesting game to predict. I'm going to go for 2-2 in this match. I think Arsenal will have a good attacking players, but I think Watkins just ruin the party. Hey, and party. Next one is Bournemouth versus Newcastle. Bournemouth drew 1-1 to Forest. Newcastle won 1-0 to Southampton. This will be interesting because Eddie Howe returns to the Vitality Stadium. This is going to be interesting. Irona versus How is this? He's a good manager, but I think that they had an unfair advantage for Fabian Shaw. I heard that Newcastle owners want to rescind the Fabian Schär's red card. I say no. I think that they should, given Diaz's disgusting, disgraceful, disgrace of the week, Diaz, by the way. 2-1 to Newcastle. I just think it's going to be a good game. I think Newcastle will bring it, and I think they can do something at Vitality. Next match is Chelsea versus Wolves. Now, this is the final talking point of this game week. Chelsea's they spent so much money. Chelsea did lose to Wolves. Chelsea did lose to City. Wolves lost to Arsenal. So this is the thing, because Chelsea did play against Servette in the Conference League. So they're going to be tired from Conference League. But then they prepare for Servette. And suddenly they got Wolves. That's going to be a tough challenge. The Raheem Sterling thing I want to talk about. I agree with Sterling. I don't agree with what Mark Goldbridge said in the That's Football YouTube channel. We talk about the Mark Goldbridge Saves Football. I think the fact that there is no spending limit on how many players you can buy from football. So there's no you have to buy for only 5 players. I don't agree with the fact there has to be 46 players. I think that was a stupid decision from Chelsea. I mean, it was unfair treatment. They did not sell. They sold Gallagher to Atletico Madrid, and they wanted to sell Chalobah to get rid of Chalobah. I think the maximum players that you want to spend as a backup player, not including the youth team, is to put 2 players each. So if it's like 11 players in the squad, just do 11. Just add more backup players. So add 2 goalies, 2 right backs, 2 centre backs, 2 left backs, 2 centre defensive mids, 2 attacking players, 2 right wings, 2 left wings. So just basically 11 plus 11, basically 22 players. So yes, they made a mistake. Sterling asked that pivotal question. He said, am I going to get game time at Chelsea? I think that he should have asked Maresca and Dion and Todd Boyle, am I going to get game time at Chelsea before the Premier season starts? They should have told Sterling, Gallagher, Chalobah they're not going to play that much this season. And then Sterling could have decided that he wants to leave to Chelsea during the summer, because there's not 1 week left for transfers. I don't know why Sterling left too late. Wolves, they just need to find a replacement for Hillman. That's going to be a struggle. They did struggle with the left wings from Saka and Martinelli. I think 2-0 Chelsea. I think 2-0 Chelsea. By the way, Chelsea won 2-0 against Servette. And the final game of the Premier League is Liverpool versus Brentford at Anfield. Arne Slot's first game at Anfield. Liverpool won 2-0 against Brentford. And then 2-1 against Ipswich. I took the 2-0 against Ipswich. And then Liverpool won 2-0 against Ipswich. Brentford won 2-1 against Palace. I think with Arne Slot, he's got so much to bring to Liverpool. I think now is a good time to find Arne Slot's philosophy for Liverpool. I think because he's a good manager. He's got good ideas, but I think Arne Slot they need to figure out what to do, because Liverpool only played good in the first half. The second half. If they only played good in the second half, he didn't do that good in the first half. He didn't bring that much in the first half. He didn't do that much for first half because Pat Essex dominated the game. But Brentford did have a lucky win against Palace 2-1. I think Slot will get his first win. So my prediction is Liverpool 3, Brentford 1. Thanks for watching this video. Hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed this video. The games I'll be doing for predictions are Brighton versus United review, West Ham versus Palace review, Arsenal versus Villa review, Brentford versus Liverpool review. So I'm only going to do I'm thinking of doing Everton versus Spurs review. I'm not entirely sure, but I will watch the Everton versus Spurs match. I shall do it. Put on the comments. Should I do the Everton versus Spurs review, and check it out on this video will be released in half an hour. Peace. I'm out. I'm on the lines.